this article was born out of a desire to push the official narratives, to push the Great Reset agenda, without saying something obviously theologically incorrect about the vaccines. And so this is what the result was. And so he's pushing, he's getting the point across he wants to get across. He's pushing the narrative. He's playing ball with the pagans. But he's doing so in a sneakily subversive way. I'm going to tell you what I mean. Now, if you want to check out this article, it's called A Reason to Be Vaccinated, Freedom. And that's a bit of a clickbaity title, which is fine. I have no problem with clickbait. And it also is available on audio if you want to listen to it in a very, overly dramatic, I'm about to cry kind of way. Then you can listen to him read it himself and all of that. But here is what the article says, and I'm going to comment. I might not read the whole thing, but I'm going to comment as we go, and hopefully you'll find this helpful. But all right, here we go. Actually, you know what? Let me flip a coin first. We're going to leave this up to the coin flip. All right, I'm going to be nice. All right, quote, "My aim in this article is to encourage Christians to be vaccinated if they can do so with a good conscience and judicious medical warrant. The people I have especially in view are those who are not vaccinated because of fear of being out of step with the people they respect and in step with people they don't admire. My message to them is simple. You are free." Now let's stop the article right there. This is where the subversion hits you in the face right away. So this article is directed at the people, and I would assume that John Piper thinks, or at least wants you to believe, that this is a lot of people, because otherwise, why write the article, right? Like, if there's something that like 0.0001% of the population suffers from, like, it would be very pointless to write an article for a very major ministry about that exact proportion of people. So in his mind, this is a lot of people that they haven't gotten the vaccine, but they believe in the vaccine. They think it's good. It's morally good. Maybe even God wants them to get it. And they think it works, number two. And that the only reason they haven't gotten it is not because they don't want to, like me, I just don't want to. I'm not scared of coronavirus. It's not because of that. It's not because of anything legitimate. It's only because they've got a fear of man problem. They're worried about what their friends that they respect are going to think, or the people they respect are going to think, and they're worried about looking like they're going along with the zeitgeist. And that's the only reason they haven't got. They believe it's loving your neighbor. They believe all that. But they haven't gotten vaccinated because they have a fear of man problem. And his message to them is, you are free. So that's what he means by freedom, right? He means that you're free to not worry about the peer pressure and to just do what you want to do and what you believe God wants you to do, the morally good thing. So this is where the subversion starts, because that's true, right? Yeah, that's true. If you're not getting the vaccine because you're afraid of peer pressure, and the pressure is on to not get the vaccine, but you really think it's good, and that's the only reason you haven't gotten it is peer pressure, well, that's not a godly reason to not get the vaccine, right? That's not a godly reason. So he's right. You can't really argue with that. But first of all, I don't think any people at this point in October, it's mid-October 2021, at this point, there's so few people that are in that position that it's obviously an intentional subversion. Because when you think about what's actually happening in our culture and in our churches and from every major ministry and from every major political source and from every official source, it's actually the opposite. People don't want to get the vaccine. They don't think it works. They have questions about the abortion cells and all that kind of stuff. They have questions about the tyranny. But they're being peer pressured to get the vaccine. So you see, this is a subversion of reality. John Piper's reality is the opposite of what real reality is. Now, I don't think it's the opposite. I think John Piper knows full well that there are hardly any people that fit the category that he's describing. But there are tons of people that fit the opposite category. Do you see how subversive this is? This is a complete upside down reality.